Ask any soldier and they'll tell you the same thing. The IED is the coward's weapon. War, by its very definition, means conflict between soldiers. The men who hid in the darkness to build primitive bombs were not soldiers, but they were the enemy nonetheless.
We're not politically correct, we just have common sense.
Unscripted, unfiltered, unfaltering. Show of Support's Hunt for Heroes offers tributes and true stories of remarkable courage.
If these terrorists could come in your bedroom, they'd kill you, your wife, and your kids. And that's what these men are fighting to protect us from, these murdering idiots. And they're taking them out so that we don't have to deal with them over here.
Show of Support started it all just after the shock and awe bound a nation together. Now, years of footage portraying wounded veterans, deer stands, and standing ovations. Hunt for Heroes, that started as one man's way to say thanks, is now a series that many say is way overdue.
I ain't never felt like that before, and I want to feel that again.
It's just a raw emotion.
They left us being loved and being honored for the heroes that they are.
We still have 40,000 injured troops.
If you threaten our people and our way of life, we will find you wherever you may be hiding, in the place you feel most safe, and we'll kill you in your own bedroom. Thank you for being a country worth fighting for. God bless you, and God bless the United States of America.
It's going to take a while to get around to all of them, but there's no quitting. It'll never stop as long as I'm breathing.
IED war, we could wipe those folks out in a heartbeat. But that would mean killing thousands of innocent Iraqi civilians. As much as we wanted to wipe out the cowards, we didn't want to wipe out the nation.
It's been so long, I can't even remember where I used to put my face.
Yeah, do you see where it hit?
Few people, it seems, wear the brutal reality and scars of war more than combat veteran Shilo Harris.
Should be center.
It never hurts to engage with somebody that has a disability, whether they be a service member or otherwise. So I just recommend just walk up and ask a question. You're not going to hurt anybody's feelings. Actually, it hurts my feelings more when people just stand over there and go. Because, you know, I can see their gears trying to like, wonder what happened to that guy. So just ask a question. It makes it a little easier for both of us.
That should be another good one.
He's not here at the Lonesome Dove Ranch to win any marksmanship contest. His guide is Terry Johnson, the man who founded Show of Support Hunt for Heroes. And after a few minutes at the gun range, this will be Shiloh's second time hunting with Show of Support.
I was like, man, what's wrong with you?
You're nervous. You got buck fever.
Yeah, been so long since I shot a gun.
I think this is who I was supposed to be. This is who I have been all along. It's just, you know, it took a little fire to burn away, you know, the bad stuff, and this is what you get. So I feel very blessed to wear these scars. I try to wear them. I have to, you know, so I have to own them. They're mine. When I joined the military, I joined after 9/11, 2001, and I really felt like it was a calling and a duty, you know, to me, because I grew up in a family of veterans. And anyway, so I went to the Air Force. They wouldn't take me because I was too old, had a couple things on my record. Well, when I came out of the Air Force recruiting office, there's the Army recruiter waiting on me. So on February 19th, 2007, I was in Iraq on my second deployment. I was the third truck in the convoy. I was the truck commander, and my truck was just literally shredded, blown to pieces. And I mean, it just destroyed us. It destroyed the vehicle. It killed 3 of my soldiers. It's really a miracle that anybody survived. Me and my driver were the only 2 that did survive. After the initial blast, they grabbed my driver because he was awake. So they was helping him right then. they thought I was dead. I knew the urgency. I had to get out of the vehicle. I was pushing on this door, and I looked at my right arm, and it was like my uniform was just melted into my arm. And I was looking at it, and I was like, that's gotta hurt. But it wasn't hurting yet. So I still knew the urgency of getting out of the vehicle. So even though my arm was hurt or damaged, you know, I knew I still had to get out of the vehicle. However it happens, I get out, standing there, trying to figure out what to do next. Everybody's just looking at me going, oh my God, how's that guy standing there on his own willpower? My roommate, he comes over and he's looking down at me, and I seen my reflection in his glasses. I seen that my nose was gone, my ears were gone. I know that I seen there was blood coming out of my eyes, my nose, my mouth, my ears. There was just blood everywhere, and everything was just charred black. And I was thinking, that can't be me. And I almost lost it. I started kind of freaking out. Well, he lifted up his glasses, and I could literally see the fear in his eyes. I could see that he was looking at me going, oh my God. And I figured I must be pretty bad. It's mine, I own it. So I might as well wear it and wear it proud. There ain't no other way to do it.
I think you're gonna be good.
Yeah. I bet I can knock something down.
I bet you can. All right.
Sounds good. I hadn't shot
We know a man who went through hell and never lost hope. And we also know a man who never lost his passion for deer hunting. More of Shiloh's incredible story and his recovery nightmare as Show of Support Hunt for Heroes continues. Stay with us.
Character, commitment, leadership. It's a way of life for those who've worn the uniform. At Pioneer Natural Resources, we welcome those qualities. Veterans are a great fit at Pioneer, a company that values family, character, and a job well done.
One of the differences about Pioneer is it's a company that wants to hire veterans and wants to show support for the service that they've done for our country.
Contact Pioneer Natural Resources today.
Being able to come out, since it was just right after opening weekend, was really important to me because most of the hunts I get to go on is usually towards the end of the season. So being able to come out right here as the season's beginning was really refreshing for me. This morning, you know, we went out and it was a beautiful morning. It was cloudy, and I say beautiful. You know, maybe not everybody sees it like that, but you know, any moisture in Texas around this time of year seems to be good to me. But it was just, I don't know, it was a really beautiful morning, peaceful morning.
U.S. combat veteran Shilo Harris is at the Lonesome Dove Ranch in the Texas Hill Country with Terry Johnson. This peaceful weekend is about to turn chaotic.
Oh, wait a minute. Here's a good buck. You see him right through here.
Terry spotted a nice deer come in. I was looking in another area, and then, you know, I was trying to get on it. Even before I got to see it, I was like, if Terry felt like it was a good deer, you know, I knew it had to be a good deer.
Terry has a clear view of the buck, but Shilo doesn't have a clear shot. So desperate situations call for desperate measures.
He's moving. He's right here in the opening. You can't see him. Here, we're gonna have to change. You need to get over here.
In the process of trying to get on that deer, we were having to change seats and get the right angle. And it's like I said, it's like he was complicating. It's like he was avoiding us.
He's just right through there. See?
It doesn't seem like the seat switch or the deer bleat does much good after all.
Ah, he's gone. He's behind the trees now. That's a good buck. That was a good buck.
Fortunately, we didn't spook it, but we still didn't get on it.
There he is. There he is. He's right there. Get your gun.
I kept thinking, man, we're gonna spook this deer, you know, while we're moving around and shifting over and back and forth in seats.
A deer hunt can only handle so much chaos and confusion and frustration.
Normally, when you go hunting, you're supposed to be really, really quiet. And unfortunately, we wasn't very quiet today.
Where'd he go this time? I don't know. Okay, here he is. He's way over here. He's making a scrape. Way over here. I'm gonna have to use that side window.
I'm starting to get mad at this buck. I mean, this is really feeling quite ridiculous at this point. Terry got to see the deer over there making a scrape, so we had to switch seats again so I could get eyes on it. So I felt like I was playing musical chairs there for a minute. Not only has the deer moved to where he's about 200 yards away to make it a little harder shot, now we got some cows moving in, and I know the deer's not going to tolerate that at all.
Oh man, these cows are coming. They're gonna booger him out of here. Oh, wait. He's walking away. Let's switch right there. No, let's. Okay. Dang cows. Oh.
I felt like third time was a charm. You know, the deer hadn't ran off. We've moved chairs 3 times now. And I really felt like, you know what, this is going to be a golden opportunity. I'm going to get a great deer, and I'll be dadgum if we missed out on it the 3rd time. The deer walks off. Terry and I both agree that that's it. The deer's gone. So my first thought is, I want to go back and eat a hamburger right now, because them cows ran my deer off. As Terry and I were walking off, I think he was a little disappointed, you know. Actually, I know he was really disappointed that I didn't get on that deer because it was a really nice buck. But, you know, honestly, we've got a couple days here. I feel real confident that we're going to be able to get on a nice buck.
Did you hear it raining a while ago?
You coming a pretty good one?
A little bit, yeah.
I'm here to have fun. I'm here with my buddy Terry, and it's a beautiful ranch, beautiful weather. Glad to be here.
It's a well-known fact the people of West Texas know the importance of hard work, determination, and drive. For years, TCO Field Services has been a part of the expanding petroleum industry. Another well-known fact is the admiration West Texans have for America's troops. Plain and simple, military heroes don't have a better friend than the hard-working folks in West Texas. At TCO, we never lose sight of the job done by our military, keeping us safe here in West Texas.
I got invited out to Midland for the Show of Support big annual event where veterans are invited in, treated like rock stars. It was such an amazing feeling.
2008, we had a man that had just recently been involved in an IED attack, and he suffered severe burns. Named Shilo Harris.
I grew up until about middle school, about an hour south of here in a little town called McCamey, Texas. And you know, when we was flying into Kuwait, I was like, you can't fool me, y'all are sending me back to Texas. I think being burned was probably one of the best things that's ever happened to me.
Shilo Harris's heartfelt words may come as a shock to many who gather to hear him speak. You always know when he's about to appear before a crowd. Shilo's got his ears on.
And my bald head, I realized I needed to get a cowboy hat or something to cover my head. I went to the Western wear store right over here, and the girl said, well, what size hat do you need? And I said, I don't know. I said, my head's kind of new nowadays. I don't know what size. I said, let's start small and work our way up. So she brought over a couple of hats. The first one just sat right on the crown of my head. I was like, well, that one's not it, obviously. Was pulling it off. She was real confident that she had the right one in her hand. So she set it up there and popped it down. Well, when she did, both my ears popped off. Popped off, and they're bouncing around on the floor. Yeah, I feel blessed that I've been burned. You know, I feel like I've seen a lot, you know. I don't know how else to describe it. Well, he said I only have a couple of minutes to say something profound. Howdy.
An infectious spirit and sense of humor are something this private man found hidden deep down inside. His struggle to heal and recover have made him a popular guest at gatherings all over the country. Shilo even found time to write a book about the ordeal that sometimes comes with survival.
September 1st, 2014, the book was released, and I feel like I've just been blessed in many ways from it. The title's Still Will, and then we wanted to use my journey through hell because of that time that I spent in the coma. And of course, you know, the recovery process, it wasn't easy. You know, I've had about 75 surgeries to date, and it's been a journey. Sometimes I feel like I've walked through hell, or at least through purgatory, and on the other side of all this, I feel like I'm a better man. I wouldn't wish my recovery on my worst enemy. The surgeries and the pain and everything that I experienced during my recovery, I wouldn't wish it on anybody. My father, he told me one day crying, he had tears in his eyes, and he said, I wish I could take it away, son. He said, I wish I could do it for you. And I told him, I don't want you to. I wouldn't want you to. I wouldn't wish this on anybody. There was times that I would stick to the sheets, and I felt like I was being skinned alive because I'd have to pull the sheets off of me. My clothes stuck to me, my bandages stuck to me. The surgery was just over and over and over, and all the pain that I endured, the nightmares. There's times that I felt like death would have been better. Thank you all so very much, and God bless you.
Wherever he goes, people are touched by Shilo's story.
I was extremely excited. I felt like a kid on his birthday, you know, getting to come hunting at opening weekend of deer season, so I'm pretty happy about that. As Terry and I were driving out to that blind yesterday, it was a good feeling to be out in the country again. You know, I do quite a bit of traveling, and most of it's sidewalks and concrete and paved roads, airplanes, airports, so I was really happy to be on that buggy, just driving through the country, headed to a deer blind, sit and relax, and see what we see.
With a hectic travel and speaking schedule, it's tough to fit a deer hunt in Shiloh's schedule. The book has touched so many lives, it's become a force of healing in itself for others facing the prospect of a long journey of recovery. Even though he's about to run out of time for this deer hunt, Shiloh's holding out hope that a big buck will filter through this new area Terry has taken him to.
Once we got into the blind, we're sitting there, and we hadn't been set up very long, and all of a sudden we see a doe, and that was actually a really good sign because it was real windy, you know, and honestly I didn't expect to see a whole lot, so it was really nice to see that the animals were moving.
It's a great buck, but he's a little too close for comfort. No matter what, there won't be any chair hopping in the blind with this buck this close, as Show of Support Hunt for Heroes continues.
Character, commitment, leadership, it's a way of life for those who've worn the uniform. At Pioneer Natural Resources, we welcome those qualities.
These are guys that want to go to work, and Pioneer appreciates that.
Veterans are a great fit at Pioneer, a company that values family, character, and a job well done.
You've got guys who come out here every day and want to work hard.
Contact Pioneer Natural Resources today.
Smith Industries is a huge manufacturer of oil field storage tanks and heater treaters. With a massive inventory and a fleet of 8 knuckle boom crane trucks, Smith Industries can produce, deliver, and set quickly and safely. When the oil field needs tanks, Smith Industries is there. Smith Industries, Midland, Texas.
Military heroes don't have a better friend than the hardworking folks in West Texas. At TCO, we never lose sight of the job done by our military.
He was a small-town West Texas kid who strayed a little from the straight and narrow. But when those buildings came down on 9/11, Shilo Harris signed up for close combat duty. In his second deployment, Shilo miraculously survived a bomb blast that left scars over 85% of his body. Through his hugely popular book, Shilo Harris credits his brush with death as the thing that saved his life. Now in a deer blind with Terry Johnson, Shilo has just spotted a huge buck that came out of nowhere, just a few yards from the blind.
Well, when that 10 point walked up, I had just a hint of buck fever. I'm trying not to get too excited yet. And now I'm waiting for that perfect shot. You know, I've got my rifle up on the window. I'm already trying to control my breathing. Man, I could just feel it coming up right here in my heart, and I was like, this is gonna be it, this is gonna be it.
The wait is excruciating for Shilo. Terry makes sure that the crosshairs will have a clear path to a broadside set of shoulders.
God, you got it.
I saw that perfect shot. Bam!
You got it. Got it. Way to go. Way to go. Did he move? No, he's just there.
Straight down.
Just go ahead and take that. Thank you, just in case.
Yeah. Just in case, exactly.
Walking out of that blind and knowing that I had a fresh kill up there, it was refreshing. And I know that's probably not the best hunting term, but it really was. It's like I was walking out there and I just felt refreshed. It was like, yes, I did it. It was invigorating. It was great.
That's pretty nice.
What you think?
I like that.
That work? Big old head.
Mm-hmm. When I'm holding those antlers in my hand, it was really empowering too, because, you know, I mean, he's got a beautiful rec, beautiful 10-point. Oh, it kind of makes you feel, you know, accomplished. You know, like you've done something. But here's the kicker on that, is I really value life. I really do. And before I ever take any animal, I make sure if this is what I want to do. It's powerful, and I think after, you know, losing as many people as I have, I've learned to value life. Oh, it's just it's a good feeling.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I love you. I love you too. Good people.
I'll tell anybody.
Don't tell anybody. Don't tell everybody.
For a man who has faced the horrors of war and bears the scars of combat, Shilo Harris cherishes moments like this.
Cool. That's a good one.
With his busy schedule, it'll be a long time before he can get back into the field again. But here with Terry Johnson, one American hero embraces life, not mourning what he's lost, but cherishing what he's gained.
For a long time, I struggled with how to share the story. I must start at the worst part, when still, embedded in my bones, changed me from the man I was into the man I was meant to be.